which both of these teams, pound for pound, are...
A slobber knocker.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I mean, I guess you can call it that. I'll let you get away with it. Gonna be some grenade usage here from Astralis over towards those B halls. Right now, Fallen's gonna take the dome piece of Zipnix, and he's gonna be disposing of that. Katowice needs to get into this round himself with the AWP, but has yet to do so. Taco down to taking down Magisk. And for only Dupree. And just like that, match point is slipping away, Henry, all the rounds.
Again, how many times have they had this? I think I've said about 10 times at this point, but the round not quite over.
That smoke could be the saving grace. Glaive's able to get back there towards the A-ramp with Device at his side. We have an AWP and
they
AK.
have no... Oh, they do have a smoke for the bomb. I was about to say, if coldzera doesn't have that, there's a chance. But as soon as they smoke that bomb, things change dramatically.
That's right. Taco
Graves
there
going for the long con.
Yeah, they are. Bolts is over there towards the CT spawn area. Taco, Fur, and coldzera coming out of the jungle. And perhaps they can get over here and get this bomb defused. They do have a smoke they can use.
Here we go!
Device finds two. This could be the game, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, Bolts falls. Holy moly, red beans and ravioli. Astralis have scraped one by.
Have you ever seen anything like it? What an epic game of CS that was. Absolutely phenomenal. It didn't seem like they could do anything about it, Astralis. They were on the ropes. It was done. And it looks like there's a bit of an altercation going on. They don't look happy there. I'm seeing in the chat, coldzera's game crashed there in the last moment.
Alt-tab.
It alt-tabbed something. I'm going to have to say it. Like, this is a big moment. It might have to be an admin decision here. Just when they think they've done it, this could be overturned. I'm not sure. The admins will have to be called, and we have to hear back from production to see what goes down. I'm not entirely sure. The route damage has been exchanged. The bomb was down. It was an alt-tab by Red. So once damage has been done and you've got that deep in the round, as far as I know, the round goes the way it did.
And to having battled back after their showing on the first map here, one that definitely didn't go in their way, you could see the look on their faces.
The thing is, as well, coldzera was watching towards shore. He was ready for Glaive to come in. If it did crash or alt-tab then, that is absolutely huge. And this is going to be a huge talking point now. This is controversy at its finest. I'm not sure what happens at this point.
But you kind of have to look at it this way, right? Alt-tabbing. You know, you can't go to the tournament organizer and say, okay, well, you know, that's...
Well, the thing is, it could have been like a Windows message that came up and alt-tabbed him out, right? So this is why they need to have the discussion. But we are going to throw it over to the desk. What an epic game. Alex, over to you.
Vodafone presents the post-match.
Right, so as that's being resolved, let's go ahead and just start to analyze a game that we don't... Well, I'm going to assume it's finished. I haven't received no word. It's come over to here, and that does mean that we can start kind of reflecting on what was a incredibly intense second map. We talked about Overpass, and there was, you know, some kind of records maintained there, but we come into a bit of a new domain with Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a game that goes double overtime. When you talk about it and what happened in regulation, it's very difficult to focus on that. I think it's obvious that this game came down to the clutch rounds, right? I mean, Glaive can win a 1v4, but Astralis can lose a 5v3 and a 4v2 two times in regulation. It takes Device to run out A with an op and get 3 kills for them to win a round. Then Device burns in his own molly, misses some easy shots in a 3v3 retake. Just so many clutch rounds, like going back and forth, that it was mental, and of course it's going to end with Astralis winning a 2v4. Yes, a 2v4, Glaive from his signature position. Plenty of clutching's been done from there. I have received word, by the way, that is completely locked in. It's an official result after Henry was getting his big spoon out and stirring as much as he could. Either way, actually, what we have here is an opportunity to kind of tell the story through frags, because they're putting together a highlight. Turns out this thing is a long one. As we walk through this game, there were so many different rounds to talk about here. Adam.
Yeah, I mean, in regulation, I think the Astralis, it was in the beginning of the game. I mean, I think SK won the pistol, but Astralis instantly won the force, then back and forth. But Astralis came up on top on the like slugfest there with the pistols and everything, and they had a really strong seated side. They just couldn't get their T game going. Same with SK. It was a very seated sided Mirage this time around. Usually we see teams maybe getting at least like 6, 7, 8 rounds as T on Mirage, but here it was, I think it was 11-4 the first half, which is usually pretty rare to see. But yeah, I mean, all the clutch rounds that Janko talked about, that Astralis were able to lose on their T side there, when I think when the pressure kind of came on there. I mean, in this, also this Magisk, maybe he could have also
just run to Tetris, just run to the
exactly.
box.
If he hides there, Because I think Coldzera literally had like half a second left of the defuse
Less than that. Less than that, I'm sure. And it's like, you know, on one hand, he needs to have that level of composure, you know, if he's going to play on the big stage. On the other hand, it was a split second, so how much can you really blame him? But, you know, that's was really crushing. But the Glaive 1v4 was obviously the biggest round. Not just because he won a 1v4 round, but because it was a reset round. It was just after Astralis won their round number 13. They win a 1v4 after that, and SK has to eco. Like, the fact that SK has the presence of mind to not just tilt into a force buy with pistols and probably straight up lose the game, they eco and get themselves into overtime.
And this, you know, this was Zipnix doing just Zipnix things. Dupree was, of course, it looked like he was lost, and indeed brought us to another overtime. Coldzera who found the final frag, and I mean, we just delved into another where, I mean, Zipnix finds 2 here. Look at this, just presence of mind to find Taco as well, a 1v2 from him to keep his team in it. Just back and forth.
Yeah, there we see Coldzera's I don't know if it was the PC crash or they're obviously very frustrated about it. Of course, you would be in that situation, like, you know, very super important round and PC
especially
crashes
Glaive coming from the same position. But I mean,
yeah,
whatever happened, but you know, whatever technical issue that it was, obviously it's extremely unfortunate for SK Gaming.
Insane.
But I can't remember if you've ever had something like that happen in the dying round of the game. I mean, it's just insane.
But I do think the general consensus was, you know, if we looked at this completely kind of with a fresh mind, the general consensus was Astralis should have closed that out much sooner, right? I mean, we're giving credit to SK here, Adam, because of the sheer amount of brilliance it took from them just to actually claw it into overtime, take it to a second. That was kind of SK playing catch-up and Astralis struggling to close. Yeah,
I mean, playing T against Astralis, against SK is really tough because SK, they usually give up the A-bomb site, but they are also the best team in the world to retake the A-bomb site. We saw the Glaive 1-on-4, we saw like a few clutches won there by Astralis, but in general, SK are so... They're by far the best team in the world. With their just grenade usage, like where they put their Molotovs, where they put their smokes and flashes and pushes together, able to refrag in a like 10 situation like that, maybe it's like 15-20 seconds left of the bomb, and they're still just going. So I mean, still, I think SK, they put up a good game. They're going to drop down now to the lower bracket, but I still feel like we will see more of SK here.
Well, there's almost no doubt about it. I'm just going to double check what that does to their bracket and get it up in front of me. So SK falling to the lower bracket now means that the likes of who else is in there just has got Gambit, Tyloo, Vanguard, Renegades.
They play the winner of Gambit, Tyloo.
Perfect. There you go, man.
Gambit won map 1.
Inferno, I think I just saw the Gambit guys celebrating. So yeah, that will be the first map. So potentially we get a Gambit SK game for an elimination best of 3. That's a big blow. That's a big scalp to take for Astralis when you put it all into perspective. A 2-0 versus SK, and I love that the stat that came up that they've only ever beaten them in 2-0s, never in 2-1.
And Astralis is in the playoffs now. Now it's only left to be decided whether they will go straight into the semis on Saturday or will they, in case of a loss, lock in a spot in the quarterfinals on Friday.
Absolutely. Now we're going to be taking a look at our Play Faster moment by Vodafone. It's from this match, and you'll never guess what it was. Mr. Glaive with a spectacular 1v4. Look at this.
And this is the most important part, that he jumps on Cat to change his position. Like, has the composure to know, yes, he's on the defuse. I killed the first diffuser. The second one, it takes me less than 5 seconds to do this, and takes him obviously a minimum of 5 seconds to defuse. So you can see how he caught for a little bit off guard, allows him to get that first kill, and then quickly resets just on the head of Taco.
I want to know how long
That's very important. If he stays on Cat, Fur probably gets the jump on him and just executes him, and he doesn't have the time to kill the diffuser.
Yeah, or perhaps not even in the angle.
Or the chance, yeah.
But I mean, the time on that diffuse must have been slim.
Very close.
That was close. Glaive spectacular to bring home the 14th round. Of course, in the end, we went all the way through those overtimes, but Astralis do prevail. We are going to be taking a break. Another best of 3 for you up next. Tell your friends to join us because we're going into familiar territory for many CS fans. Cloud9 versus Liquid. This is going to be a battle of the North Americans, a battle to be the best of their region. Do stay tuned, and we'll be back after the break to see how this one goes down.
Intel Extreme Masters. Intel Extreme Masters.
All eyes are on you. So give them greatness. All eyes are on Intel Extreme Masters certified PCs and notebooks and Game certified PCs and notebooks. When you see the unique IEM certified stickers on the outside, you'll find IEM certified stickers on the outside. You'll find high-grade components with Intel 4, i5, and i7 every purchase includes in-game content and supports the prize pool of Intel Extreme Masters. And supports the prize pool of Intel Extreme Masters. Because the world is watching. Game like a pro. Because the world is watching.
Be focused. Be uncompromising. Be the best and never hold out. Pick your event. Place your bet. No matter who you are or what you're here for, it's our passion that unites us. Betway, for the love of the game.
Ultimately, this trip could bring my career to the next level.
I'm not very worried about losing. I'm worried about missed opportunities.
I just scream and say yes twice.
Yes! Yes! You try your best, you feel good about yourself.
So what's really going to separate them is decision-making and strategizing.
This is the Oasis. It's a place where the limits of reality are your own imagination. You can do anything. I'm here talking to all of you now because our future's being threatened. In the Oasis,
I found something much bigger than myself. Ask yourselves, are you willing to fight?
Ready Player One. Only in cinemas.
Kenny's the Flash here. He does it again.
Liquid now will meet Cloud9, a team and a foe that they're far too familiar with. In fact, in 2018, in one event alone, these guys have played 6 maps offline against one another, now potentially another 3. This is going to be a battle for not only a step into those playoffs, but also a spot for pride, prestige, and, of course, the title of being one of the better teams / the best team in North America. These both guys are battling for it right now. Our analysts are joining me as well. We have Chad Birchall and Adam Freiberg. A lot to be discussed about this one. A couple of notes, because I need to make sure we get this done before we focus on our series. We have lost a team already. A team has fallen here at IEM Katowice. It was over on the B stream. of Vanguard, who got knocked to the lower bracket, have just lost out in their best of 3 versus the Renegades, and therefore they are the first team eliminated from IEM Katowice.
Commiserations, but fantastic that the Renegades are still in. I'm not biased at all.
Yeah, Renegades are still up, and let's not forget there is another game happening right now.
Tyloo versus Gambit. I can hear Dozier yelling. He's just over there.
He is, and I did just actually pop the B stream up on this little lappy top. It's 3-3.
Where did I find that, Alex?
I'm so glad you asked. That's ESL_CSGO_B. Just had a B to the end of that.
On Twitch?
On twitch.tv.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So, guys, Cloud9 Liquid. We have to talk about the fact that they've just played so much recently. It was at the CS Summit, and you were just filling me in, Adam. Why don't you fill our viewers in as well?
Yeah, so they played earlier in the tournament where Cloud9 beat them 2-0, I think, in the best of 3, but then coming up to the grand final where Liquid, they went through the lower bracket, so Cloud9, they had 1 map advantage, and they actually managed to beat Cloud9 in a best of 5 while being down 1-0 from the start, so they beat them 3-1 in total their maps there in the final, which was a great achievement, and I feel like Cloud9 is one of those teams that has really been stepping up now with the addition of Naf. He's been playing insanely well with the Liquid team.
Yeah, that's for sure. We saw that last week as well, and it's just continuing. And even here today, he had a good performance. He was the top fragger for the team, even though he may chase some of those eco kills. I think there's a lot on the line here, Adam, and you can attest to this in the Swedish side of things, and I had the same in Australia, is when you go up, this is as much as you get for a domestic matchup. Obviously, so we got Still there on the screen from Brazil, but this is 2 North American rosters, right? SK, they live in North America, but they're not North American.
Sure.
These 2 guys right here, there's so much pride on the line in the sense of you love to win these kind of matches because you got that 1-up, and 2 historic organizations like Cloud9 and Liquid going head to head. There's so much on the line, right?
Oh, yeah, it is very, very juicy. I mean, let's not forget, of course, there is a South American within their ranks. They recently picked up Steels as well as Naf, who's been trying to find his form and find his footing. He has, of course, recently played over in Kiev. He's got some very nice clutches coming in from there to keep his team afloat. And they did actually come 3rd at that event. Let's not forget they beat FaZe in that 3rd, 4th place decider match. That's enough on that.
You know how I feel about that, Alex.
No, moving on from that immediately. Maps, though, is an interesting topic because of the amount they've played each other in a very short space of time. We actually looked at the maps, Chad, and it turned out
5 out of the 7 already been played.
5 out of 7.
Now, we need to put a little caveat there in the sense of this is the first event with Naf on the team. So that honeymoon period is getting accelerated because of the sheer amount of Counter-Strike they're having to play. That whole Kiev event being best of 3s the whole way through, it's a great way to kind of get a player into the team as quickly as possible and to learn the ropes and have all these kinks ironed out.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to bring up those vetoes just so we can go ahead and just see what maps we end up on. I'll just quickly fill everyone in. We have seen Overpass. No, I'm looking at the wrong one, aren't I? Hang on. Too many tabs open. Overpass, Cash, Mirage, Train.
The 2 bans straight off the bat should be exactly that, Cash and Nuke coming out. Liquid have fallen off on that map. They got spanked by Renegades in Kiev, so that's one that obviously is a bit of a sore point, and Cloud9 don't play Nuke. So those 2 make sense. The picks is where it's going to be interesting because we have seen them play so many games.
I think Inferno will be picked by Team Liquid.
I've heard that Team Liquid think they're pretty damn hot on that map, and some of the things that they did throughout that last event, I was getting really excited about some of those executes, and it was. So good call there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's their go-to map. It's the team that when I played in Optic, I stole the most strats from on the map. So they have a lot of cool strats on Inferno. It's also a map with Cloud9. They beat FaZe on it in the major final. So Cloud9 definitely knows how to play the map, and I don't know really what Cloud9 should go for. I think Overpass could be a good pick.
They went for that.
They did.
Yeah, so I think the sense of that is maybe they're going to exploit the fact that there's no... Well, Nitro is the main AWPer for Liquid, but he's not an AWPer by any means. It's just out of utility. We've mentioned that throughout the day, that Liquid use the AWP out of utility. Overpass can be a very AWP-heavy map. And you look at Cloud9, Tarek can AWP, Stewie can AWP, Automatic can pick up the AWP, and Skidoo can definitely AWP. So they have a lot more firepower AWP-wise on a map like Overpass, which really could come into play here.
Let's have a look at that final map then as well. It was given to Cloud9 to ban.
Drumroll,
Cobblebine is a good ban from Liquid.
Mirage, okay.
Train.
Wow.
Train is an interesting third map. I'm pretty sure that that map went to overtime when it was played in the grand final
19,
of the summit. So definitely interesting maps. I do feel like Liquid should have an advantage here. I just feel it because Liquid, they beat Cloud9, I'm pretty sure, where Naf had a great performance on Overpass as well. I remember they said like, yeah, Naf is one of those guys that just love Overpass. He's getting in a very good position there.
Yeah.
So I feel like Liquid, I don't know, I feel like they have the upper hand here with the vetoes.
Do you know what else Naf said?
What's that?
He said that Elysian Twists are better than anyone else on Cloud9.
And that is the bombshell that we will leave it on. Okay, so Naf was throwing some flame their way. Let's see if they can put it into their gameplay. Let's jump in with your casters.
Good evening, milady.
Oh,
hello.
Good grief. What are they? Are they Pringle?
Fedoras.
Fedoras.
What's your favorite
Once
flavor Pringles?
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, we're going to pop off right now.
Yeah, we are.
My favorite flavor, probably sour cream, I reckon.
Sour cream's a good one.
Good standard one. You can't
You
go
know, they've
wrong
got
with
some weird flavored Pringles here in Europe.
Oh, we're really plugging this. Go on.
Yeah.
Really going for it.
No, they have bacon and stuff. That's weird to me.
There you go. They're on the screen right now. Get your Pringles and pop, play, eat. I expect a shipment sent to my house after all this. Either way, we'll be getting into Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. Jason, I'm not going to do any North American stuff. It's low-hanging fruit. It's boring.
Yeah, it
But who
is.
do you think is going to be coming out on top in this one?
Oh, I don't know. That's the scary thing. I was actually we were talking over the vetoes ourselves quietly, and obviously we thought. We really thought it was crazy for Mirage, but this is quite nice into the pistol round.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath there in the apartments. 3 kills coming in, all in favor of Cloud9. Current major champions going into town here as we kick off this North American derby. Still, Naf will do what they can. Naf doing a good job. No real reason for Cloud9 to push this whatsoever, but looks like the round is secure. No harm, no foul, and it will be 4 players surviving for Cloud9 there.
This is cool because these are both like North American teams that have obviously Cloud9 with the Major, Liquid with Summit, but different play styles that both of these teams have won these international events with, and different kind of feel to each of their styles. This Cloud9 one is just like hyper aggression, super visceral play style, very fast, and then Liquid is a little bit more cerebral to how they like to approach rounds. So I think that's going to be a great clash.
I think so. This is always going to be a good game, and I think the guys pointed out quite nicely on the desk. Like Liquid's team is definitely on the ascendance right now. They're looking better and better. The addition of Nafly, what a god he's proving to be in this lineup, and I can't wait to see how he develops into this tournament. Cloud9 definitely off the pace in Kiev, it has to be said. I think a lot of teams where everyone's obviously after the major, not looking their best, haven't maybe practiced as much, but either way, there won't be a force buy here from Team Liquid, of course. They didn't actually get the bomb down, so I'm surprised to see that. Normally the default stance after you lose a pistol, no bombs planted, you force buy in the second round, right?
This is a bit more that cerebral style that's going to come out from them, where they do have the pistols, right? But they don't buy the armor with it, so they want to have the utility moving forward. They want to have a strong buy in that first gun round.
Sure.
Now, where it kind of sacrifices, obviously, is your ability to necessarily get too many kills, although we do see the Deagles being able to chime out and ring true pretty frequently, but that round, not so much.
They could force buy here, you know. The fact that, oh, no, maybe not. The fact they bought even P250s means they can't. There is an idea to suggest G2 by Na'Vi sometimes. Exactly. You lose the pistol cleanly, you do full eco on the second, and then if the team have bought like heavy SMGs like they have right here, you get a little armor and a couple of flashbangs, you see what you can do.
Or even if you have a player with, maybe 3 kills, that it's able to drop the AK-47.
Absolutely. That's also the tactical purchase I've been trying to coin it. You haven't really adopted it.
No, I have a little bit. I've flirted with it. That's a great nade. That is phenomenal nade damage in Banana. And yeah, this is easy mop-up for Cloud9, although Automatic might go down at the end. Naf's certainly going to re-peek into this. Great shot.
Going to happen for him. Automatic. Won't be able to get that clean ace, but Rush to finish things off. A couple of kills on an eco, it's never too bad, but to get into it, round number 4, Zeus, arguably one of the most successful coaches. I guess he probably is the most successful coach of all time.
I don't even think you can argue with it anymore.
I just realized, as I said, he's got 3 majors under his belt now, like absolutely the most decorated, at least. It's difficult to gauge what he does, obviously, unless we're actually there.
No, but coaches, maybe only Threat can rival like the increase in play from the team once he takes over.
What he did with that team when he first joined was amazing. Like, he innovated a lot of the game.
Here's some good nades at mid. Pop flash just to force him back. No real battle for Banana control. They're just going to march right up mid. Nitro, Elige, Steel, and Naf. And actually, it's a great setup from Cloud9. Skadoodle holding the angle. He had a phenomenal clutch earlier, a phenomenal major. We'll see if he can keep it up here. There's a chance. The timing misses, and Elise tries to push the envelope, but Tarek takes him down, gets a second as well.
Really betting setup there towards the junk area. It's going to be Stewie, though. Double orb setup going towards that T-steps. He's locked them in, and he might be able to find a few more kills. Doesn't look like he'll be ringing true just yet. They now know exactly where he is, but still the position is good.
Liquid has learned a lot on how to get out of tough situations. They have over a minute with which to toy with. And actually, this is a great call from Stewie. Fall back, don't let yourself get picked off in that scenario. True. And now look at Automatic. The counter push, it's all down to Cloud9. We are going to see some weird situations here as both teams kind of playing and practicing against each other so frequently, you do have to switch things around. And Automatic catching him off guard, quite obviously. Naf is back at the T-stairs. And Cloud9 is content to just sit back, allow these ops to go to work. Stewie and Skadoodle with a double op setup. And Liquid's running out of time to get back into this round.
They certainly are.
What's the goal here? Just get some kills? Oh, it looks like they're going to save, actually.
So what they're going to say, they're going to save 2 AKs. They've got no residual cash ready to speak of. So they won't get any extra cash. They can't drop anything, but they'll probably force into it the next round. They'll just have to get pistols out. If they take full ecos and the other 3 players, the thing is the money will be in such different departments, right? So they might as well force with the Deagles, and that's probably what's going to happen. They still have a couple of smokes and Molotovs there, so it's not the worst save in the world, but yeah, just completely dictating the pace around there. Cloud9 opening picks, getting towards T-steps. That's very rare to see. And that lovely bait. You pointed out, Scooty, but they don't even recognize the Tara could be towards that position in the corner, and he will nail them.
And obviously with that kind of a speed, right, you lose the ability to throw the proper Molotov to force him out of that position and everything along those lines. So just the pace that Liquid goes with backfires on him. Either way, 4-0, they do invest a little bit around this on the other guys. It's just armor and CZs, not too much in the utility, but obviously going to rely heavily on Twist and Naf to open things up, and that's entirely possible with those 2 guys.
It's not even the AWP there, I don't think. It looks like it's automatic. They've gone for the boost. Okay, my bad. It'd be him boosted up on the corner. It's definitely what we call the fallen boost, allowing that AWP of Stewie 2K to still look right down there. As you can see, automatic at the bottom, Stewie on top, but it's going to be Skadoodle. Flashed again, but falls back to a more defensive line as they aim for some banana control here. They've got Stewie to take down, but this is looking quite nice. Stewie's so fast, and he does hit the shot, but can't find the frag.
You almost feel he deserves that one for how fast that flick.
I agree.
Early losses for Team Liquid in terms of damage. No players dead yet, and they're just going to readjust to the B-bomb site. There's 2 smokes, 1 flashbang, and a Molotov. It's just going to be that standard hit. Unfortunately, Automatic has Molotov, has a smoke as well. Liquid, if they just try and do this standard execute, they're going to run through a world of hurt.
Yeah, they're starting to take nade damage as well. CTs, 3 players on this side of the map. Automatic through the smoke, takes down Steel. It's a last-ditch attempt, a desperate flashbang. It doesn't actually hit Stewie, but Automatic caught reloading there. Tarek turns up in time, and it looks quite comfortable now for the Cloud9 squad. Now, by the last hope, Nitro somehow gets a kill. This is getting sloppy from Cloud9 as they try and force the issue. The bomb hasn't even been attempted to be planted yet, but there it is. Nitro should actually get the plant here. And still a chance, but the wallbang narrowly missing out.
2 on 3. There is a chance. Both AK-47s, no nades left for the Liquid players, and Nitro is in a horrible spot. He's going to have to fight to the death. Naf as well, just to protect his teammate, will have to just stand and fight there. Slowly the retake comes in, 1 flashbang. There's the Molotov, no one affected by that. Nitro with the shot on a rush, misses initially, can go nowhere else. Naf has to do it all, and it's just too much to deal with. Cloud9's going to get their 5th.
All things considered, that wasn't too bad. They get the bomb down there, they find a couple of kills. Cloud9 really maybe a bit too aggressive there. They've got great money for sure, but no reason to throw guns away. It's going to get Liquid right back in the game now. As we mentioned, the CZ saving about $1,800 per player, and the loss bonus at its absolute maximum right now, so they can definitely buy up into this round. The AWP will come out for Nitro. And that's a discussion altogether, right? The fact that he's now this hybrid AWP.
Yeah, he's just posted up on T-ramp as the smoke from the nades clears. Legion Twist going to take over halls. No one's there for Cloud9.
It's got 3 kills, but remember they were against the Pistols before. And it will be a very solid default here. The wallbang isn't too bad there. He didn't really want to, but we're seeing much more wallbangers come into the gameplay now on the T side. You can push the CTs right back and have a real suffocating effect on that side of the map just for the AKs going through the walls there. 1 minute 10, and still the default in full swing. Just trying to push the CTs back, bait out some utility. Skaduro looking towards the bedroom here. I don't think he has information that Elige has gone past him. He would have spotted the leg. Not worth the shot. As the smoke will go down, he knows he's got a chance here to have a look towards second mid as a getaway plan as they take the lead. That is a disaster for Liquid.
Yeah, that was very sloppy for Liquid as that smoke clears. I don't know if maybe they just didn't have the timing on it.
But the fact he peeks that so dry, you've got to question that. That's a little bit weird that he would even attempt that. And Skaduro not done just yet. He'll find his second, but it could be replied by the hybrid AWP. That's the bomb down 30 seconds in. I have to say, as Nafly's left in a pretty impossible situation. Rush, we called him out at the start, but he gets 2 kills after getting wallbang, and that's going to be a pretty average round for Liquid. Didn't get much done at all. Good default at the start, though. Pushed the CDs back, baited out their utility. Mid control came in, but not for long.
Out Liquid. This is not the Liquid we kind of have seen kind of rise up over the last few events. Definitely not at Star Ladder.
Sure.
They're going to have to reconvene. I know the Devs talked a lot about how confident they have to be on their Inferno. They put up a hell of a game against SK on this map. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But they haven't even gotten the space to do anything along those lines. There's now 3 ops on the CT side. You'll see when you get back, and I imagine one of those certainly would have to be dropped.
We saw a strong. They've got 1 AWPer in that team, and they go for 3 of them on the T-side Mirage. I almost fell off my chair in anger. I was like, what are you doing? Are you trying to throw the game? Like, come on.
It's definitely interesting. 3 ops, I always feel is just too much. No
it's too much.
Situation.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, if they execute on you, which they're likely to do in these sort of rounds, and it's got a partial by maximum loss bonus, right? CZ smokes. They'll go some B control and smoke you out, and it will be a B play here. The bomb. Gets planted. I'm saying Liquid can win this round.
They certainly can. Molotov's out. They're going right through the flames. How much progress can they make? Automatic, one of the only M4s, one of the 2 M4s, has a lot of work to do, and at least they've slowed things down from Team Liquid. So that's a good start. Still a chance, and actually Team Liquid sacrificed a lot to make that play happen. A lot of the nades have been used, obviously losing Twist. Skadoodle's here now as well. Tarek has an op, and he's in pit. Rush is in wrap side of CT mid. Slow paced as Nitro leads the way up. It'll be definite early warning system. They're getting aggressive though. They want the information, so he could have a fight on his hands any second now. Here come the nades over towards A. Naf's gonna fall all the way back. He's got to get the bomb. Liquid's actually left the bomb down here, and there he goes. Now they have to fall all the way back. So miscue upon miscue for Team Liquid.
Not ideal, is it? Well, that's going to be the 5 versus 3. Looks like the triple AWP setup will live to fight another day. They'll boost 1 player up in towards CD spawn. 40 seconds here. They've got good adjustment, and they pick up the 3rd AWP. So that's a good chance to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't upgrade anything for free, so why not take it again? That's an ace from Automatic. He did quite well in that round. Obviously, the aggression.
Got multiple AWPers in this squad. You have got Skadoodle, Tarek, and Stewie, who I guess would all, well, Skadoodle all fall into that hybrid sort of role. Tarek
wasn't
wants to be an AWPer.
Wasn't that the joke when this lineup was formed? Was like, there's no in-game leaders.
Exactly. Yes, maybe it will work. I don't know. I've never seen it be done. I've never seen it attempted. So maybe this is a new idea. We'll see what happens there. Double AWPs is what GT first brought to the table, but now running up towards B. And now we'll see whether the triple AWP setup can really do anything about this. He's got to retake his Skadoodle. Pushes down towards second middle. Bomb not planted. He's actually in T steps. What a blunder. Skadoodle has no idea. They're going to run past him. Surely he can't find the shot. This is absolutely everything, and still finds it. It's such a chaotic round. It's really difficult to keep up and analyze that one, I will be honest. They've left the bomb in T-spawn by mistake after getting the B control.
I think what you can kind of say about it is they're just kind of sending Naf up Banana to see what he the default for the rest of them.
Yeah.
Skadoodle, you have to say, for as much as he's been criticized in the past about being, passive and not taking over games, not
3 years now. And finally, like at the majors, like, he can actually do what he wants. He's got that killer instinct now. He's evolved.
It was
It's
looking
great
good,
to
wasn't
see.
it?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to note, Allegi's on 0 kills, 8 deaths. He's one of the absolute star players of this squad and hasn't got into this series just yet. Luckily, still found some form in the previous round. Allege does find its first. Finds points to the map. Every facet being challenged as Molotovs come through. Both of these teams know each other inside out, of course. 4-4 for now. I'd give the edge slightly to Cloud9 considering Allege and Steel low HP. Nitro now trying to open things up towards the B side of
Get if Tarek was going to stick around. He's not going to. Going to wrap around towards the bomb site. Still nades left on Team Liquid. Opportunities. They do want to wrap on this bomb site. Naf and Alish looking to pressure in that direction. This is just going to be a hit towards that A site, though. It's double pit, so it's a great defense set up from Cloud9 for the moment. 45 seconds left on the clock. Still not making their move. Yeah.
What are they going to do here? All 4 players towards the arch right now. They have maybe 1 smoke remaining. That's in the back. Quite literally. As 25 seconds come in towards the quad. 2 players will go, but if other the round is falling apart slowly, Allege will get 1 in return. 20 seconds remaining now. Tarek, and that should secure the round. Nitro left of the AWP and fumbling towards that A-Bell area. 10 seconds needs to challenge Tarek here, and Tarek knows that he can just hold up, force the issue. Bomb will be planted though, safely for now. Tarek trying to deny best residual cash. The round before was quite clean with 3 players or so surviving, so they can, I'd say, take a pause at this point. Perfect time for a pause. Definitely take one. If they don't, I'll be surprised. Either way, Skidoo getting it done.
Yeah, he's been great, and I think if you're Team Liquid, you're wrapping around that A bomb site, you turn the corner and Skidoo takes that shot and pit, your stomach just kind of sinks a little bit, doesn't it? You're just like, oh, we have a long way to go against such a strong offer. Double up and pit. One, no pause, but there is investment. Obviously, Team Liquid, they got 3 AK-47s, 1 UMP. And look at Skadoodle going for more. He's going to find Twist.
So
not even
better.
A chance for a shot.
It's awesome to see him taking those sort of picks, as he'll find the opener and funnel them almost instantly towards B. Bomb's still down in T steps, but he's already made his mark on the round. And now, what's the play here? We'll have a look at their utilities. 3 smokes, flashbangs. There is enough, but Nitro's been taken down to 46. Naf's just the UMP.
Are going to maintain some kind of control at top mid. Nitro's in a decent position out towards B to be able to gather information and punish anyone who pushes up. Task Force some rotates. They do have Molotovs to force guys like Stewie and Automatic out of these positions. They're at New Box and Dark, respectively. Boosted up as well. This is going to be painful.
We'll have a look if they can make any sort of dent to the B bomb side. Stewie, for now, has got to open shots, but Flashbang comes in from his side. He seems to suspect that Nitro could be there.
Well, Tarek just pushed up. Tarek and Rush are pushing up lane. That's a great shot from Stewie. They have all the information. The rotations are in as well, and Stewie using this pillar perfectly spots one out. There's Automatic. They've been baited right. The offer, there's no chance. Naf, 14 HP in a 1 versus 3. Can't even get the bomb down. That's a great headshot on the Skidoo, but they're turning the corner.
Ooh, he'll have to go for it now. They should take him down. The bomb we planted again. So money somewhat saved, but I think the eco has to come in next round. They've got 3 players all in it. this point. They're going to get 1900 next round with the 800 bonus as well. So there'll be a buy there. It just won't be ideal. I don't think you've caused enough financial destruction pistols there. Nitro full eco. He wants to get that AWP out.
9 have just been so devastating to anything that Team Liquid wants to do.
Well, this is that playstyle G2 brought initially on this iteration on Inferno. Super aggressive AWPs, bouncing around different. Every round. It got shut down eventually, but right now, Cloud9 are looking superb with it.
Yeah, and Team Liquid hasn't been able to find the answers. Steel is going to lurk through a smoke over towards the B bomb site. He's got a decent position, but the main hit is going to be here at this A bomb site. Just now taking top mid, Twist jumps out of balcony. Right around his own smoke. They are wrapping, but Automatic's here to hold him at bay for just a moment. Skadoodle's got to respond, and actually they're just going to go ahead and split towards that B site. They know Automatic is the second defender. They think it's weak, and Stewie misses a shot. That could spell his doom. Another away on this T side. Skadoodle with that op still gonna peek down mid. The double op setup is gone as well. Stewie could not afford one this round, and Automatic's back onto a CZ, so the B defense is gonna look much different than what Liquid has had to contend. With.
Well, here we go. Liquid.
Not enough pressure to kind of worry the A defenders enough. Automatic has started to cheat back. Skadoodle with an op is in CT spawn. That means Automatic's going to go towards library, pulling farther away from this B bomb site. It's all on Stewie. Again, an Automatic now coming back. He has a counter flash ready. It's coming in at the moment. No, he hasn't thrown it. There it is. And there's Stewie. Not able to get anything done. An Automatic out of position now, and only with the CZ. This could be a disaster, and he's not going to go.
He's actually super viable in Inferno. It's one of those maps where you're not like on Cash, where you're just being executed on, dumped on. There's loads of little cubby holes and smokes you can deploy, little tricks you can use to get close range and up close. Tarek will demonstrate right now. Here's one of those tricks as he jumps up on the broken wall. The thing is, player already in towards the locks, and he'll find one kill. Nitro backs it up with a second. And it looks like Automatic to be Automatic will join Sui with some body armor. Remember, Sui saved his weapon from previous. So what's the play here? Any tricks coming into this one? No boosts on the A site. There is one towards B from what I can tell. I can see the mini map setting up, but Skadoodle strikes first, can't find the killing blow. Takes Steel down to 7 HP.
You've put a liege over towards small. All pit, and there's one kill. It is a double pit. We'll take this portion of the map. He loves this fight. Now just going to go for a heads-up duel here, peeking out into the open.
But remember, 9-1 down, and they go
Yeah.
for the CZ eco towards middle. We said it was a lifeline. It was more like a life raft. It was absolutely brilliant, but it will be 10-5 at half, Moses. I still think anyone's game, and we'll have to find out after the break as to where this one leads us. round number 2 coming in as we hold down the fort here at the casting desk. Good play from Team Liquid. That's a very common strategy. You might think a B rush is quite lazy, but as the game develops, it's turning out to be a very good.
Pro play on the stage here.
We have. They went against Fnatic
that's right,
in 2016, and they got blown out the water. It was so hype they made it just about squeaked through.
Yeah.
And just to note, for anyone who's not really keeping up with how the game is played, the AKs come out